So, it's from your interview with him on December 17th, 2021. Specifically on page 3, lines 14, 15, and 16, where Mr. Ephron says to you, at this point you were showing him surveillance video, correct?
Correct.
And I believe if you need to go back to the video to refresh your memory, we can. But I believe at that portion you were trying to cue up the video to show him. Does that sound accurate?
Correct.
And while he's sitting there, he says to you, and you see my girl, right? That was my girl I was with. You recall that?
Yes, I do.
At the moment that Mr. Ephron said that, what was displaying on the video that he was looking at, or was he even looking at video at that exact moment?
I believe this is a secondary clip of the time period which we thought he had returned to pick up the casings, which was, I believe, 23:10 hours
But
on the day of the 6th.
Okay, you were there when he made those statements.
Correct. Yes.
Did you receive that as him pointing out that that's my girl on the clip, or did you receive that as him asking you the question, do you see her on there?
I took it as, do you see her?
Not that he was specifically pointing something out.
Correct.
Okay. Let's go back to the surveillance video. And I want to move on from this location number 2. Now continuing around this Del Mar to location number 3. Can you describe that location for the jury?
Yes, I think 3 and 4 were residential units that had cameras facing outward towards Vista Del Mar, in the portion kind of between the Bend and El Centro.
So, I just want to clarify, you said number 4
I'm sorry.
was the loading dock, correct?
Yeah, 3 has the 2 angles towards Vista Del Mar, and 4 is facing El Centro.
Okay. So 3 was a private residence that had cameras there, correct?
Correct.
Do you recall anything about the cameras, like where they were oriented, or?
They were oriented, pointed kind of at street level. It's an apartment or a unit that's on the ground, so they were kind of facing out at kind of eye level, or from the window at eye level.
Onto Vista Del Mar?
Onto Vista Del Mar.
Okay. And
From the inside.
let me pull up one of those camera angles and then ask you some questions about it. So I'm going, Your Honor, on People's 15. The second file is labeled 6200 Hollywood Boulevard Residence. And within that, there's 3 video files. They're labeled, 3 files labeled camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. I'm going to focus on camera 2. The first video file in that folder is labeled 1A220214. So, detective, I have this paused very early in the video. I can't honestly read the timestamp, but it's got to be very close to the beginning, correct?
3 seconds.
Okay. All I want where this is paused is, can you orient the jury to what we were looking at on this from this camera angle?
Yes, this street in front of us is Vista Del Mar as it comes around the bend from Selma. So the street comes up, and this is the bend that leads to El Centro on the far left. The building across the street is part of 1616 Vista Del Mar. They have the different angles being from Selma up through Vista Del Mar, and then here on the bend all the way around.
And this camera specifically, camera 2 from this location that we're looking at, it has coverage that overlaps with one of the cameras on 1616 Vista Del Mar, correct?
Correct.
Last feature I want to ask, a couple features I want to ask about this. This camera, did it only capture video or did it also capture audio?
It also had audio.
All right. There's like a bluish tinge to the video. Do you have any idea what that is?
I believe there were some lights that the owner or occupant had on the inside, kind of reflecting off the glass.
Okay. All right. I'm going to fast forward this to trying to get it to. Okay. Actually, let me pull it down because it's easier for me to see the timestamp. Okay. We'll start it at 14:30 on the video player. And Your Honor, I believe with this video player, when it gets to the end of the clip, it will automatically start playing the next clip, which is 1A221716. If that makes sense. All right, I'm going to start playing from here. Detective, what did you hear in that short portion of the video that was played?
Two loud noises that, to me, appeared to be gunshots.
Followed by?
The sound of a horn after the first gunshot that set off like a vehicle alarm. That would be my best guess.
So when you say horn, you mean car alarm?
Car alarm.
Okay. Up to this point in the video, have you seen any people or any movement on the video itself?
No, not at the point of this, that the shots are heard.
Okay. I will continue to play it from here. Looks like it jumped away. Sorry. Timestamp.
The time in is 15 seconds.
Okay. And what have you seen on the video up to this point?
The sound of the appeared to me to be gunfire, followed by two individuals coming from the area just south of this, which is coming up from Selma and coming around the corner here in front of the camera, seconds after.
And would you agree with me there's two people that are depicted on the screen right now?
Yes, one after the other.
And which one's the first one that appeared?
The one in the black hoodie.
And then the second person?
The second one appeared to have a red jacket.
And were those individuals consistent with the individuals you saw from the 1616 Vista Del Mar address?
Yes.
All right. And which direction are they walking towards?
They are walking north to east towards El Centro.
Towards El Centro.
Correct.
All right. All right. The time on the video player?
Sure. It's 55 seconds in.
Okay, and that that last individual or the individual that we see on the screen where it's paused here, can you describe that individual?
Yes, it appears to be the last individual from the prior video off of Vista Del Mar. individual wearing a blue jacket and a blue hat.
Okay. And also walking towards which street?
Again, he's walking northbound Vista Del Mar to eastbound Vista Del Mar towards El Centro.
Okay. I'm going to read the second stipulation. Stipulation number 2, video surveillance from 6200 Hollywood Boulevard at a private residence. LAPD Detective James King downloaded surveillance video with audio emailed from the homeowner of a residence at 6200 Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood. The residence was located on Vista Del Mar Avenue, west of El Centro Avenue. The video and audio were originally recorded between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. on November 6, 2021. The surveillance video containing People's Exhibit 15 is a true and correct copy of that video. The video, date, and timestamp are accurate as to actual time.
Can I stipulate for that?
It's stipulated.
They're all signed stipulations, so do you need to agree on the record, or is it enough that it's a signed document?
On that, those.
All right, I think the jury's entitled to
Those, that's specific.
both sides stipulate.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back to People's 33. Now, so far, would you agree that those 3 individuals that we've been tracking have in general been following the red arrows starting at 1 and working their way towards number 3?
Yes.
All right. And then if they continued on that path on Vista Del Mar, they would get to El Centro, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And I want to go to location number 4. That was, you said earlier, was a loading dock.
Correct.
Going back to the folder in People's 15, Your Honor, labeled 6200 Hollywood Boulevard, in parentheses WNPM, and playing the video file that starts with .ext loading dock. Detective, where's that pause on the timestamp? Can you see?
7 minutes, 24 seconds in.
You can go back just a little. Yeah, cue that. Would you read the timestamp for us?
Yes, here on the lower left, it's 6 minutes, 39 seconds.
Okay, on the video player, correct?
Correct, on the video player here on the left corner.
Okay. Can you orient the jury, as this is paused, what the features of the video are?
Yes, so this is the loading dock, which is facing El Centro here, which is the main street in front of it. To the right is the street here, where the pointer is. That's Vista Del Mar, where Vista Del Mar meets El Centro. So these individuals are coming in off of Vista Del Mar, walking northbound. The street up from this location is Hollywood Boulevard, which would be north. So we're looking at a kind of a southerly direction. They are walking northbound.
Okay. And I will keep playing. I'll play, this is a short clip, I'll just play it from here.
6 minutes, 54 seconds.
All right. I know there's a number of individuals on that video, but the two that walked from the direction of Vista Del Mar towards Hollywood Boulevard, can you describe them?
Yes. One of the individuals is wearing a black hoodie with kind of a design on the hood. The other individual is wearing a kind of distinctly colored, kind of reddish jacket with black.
Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
Can you describe them for the jury?
Yes, the photo on the left is a still from the parking surveillance camera or the incident.
Hold on. You have water?
Yes, it is.
You want a,
I just.
you want a break?
I'm okay.
You think you're okay or you're okay?
I'm okay.
Maybe continue the answer? Or we still want to?
Hang on, I mean,
Fine.
okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Here's your number one.
Again, the photo on the left is a still from the first surveillance camera located at the parking kind of lot entrance. And the second is still off the camera from the loading dock on El Centro. So one on Argyle, one on El Centro. Kind of the start and the end of where we kind of started capturing video, kind of the last point where we captured video.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'm going to make 36, if I can go back, make it a 2-page document. So I'll make this first page that we just talked about, that I was referring to as 36, I'll make that 36A, and the second page will be 36B. With the court's permission?
Yes.
36B, I would describe it for the record as similar to 36A. It's two still images from the surveillance video side by side, just displaying different features of the clothing on the left-hand side photograph. All right, Detective, do you recognize what we see here?
Yes, I
Can
do.
you describe it for the jurors?
Again, the first photograph is from the still from the parking entrance on Argyle, where the incident began. The second one is from the loading dock off of Central. Just looking at the similarities from my point of view, where obviously the design, specific design on the sweater, specifically the chest area between the first camera on Argyle and the second camera off of the Central.
Okay. I'm going to mark two more exhibits, 37 and 38. They are similar to 36, Your Honor, but 37 has side-by-side photographs depicting the man in the red jacket, and 38 has side-by-side photographs depicting the man in the blue jacket. All right, Detective, showing you equals 37. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yeah, yes.
Can you describe, well, just describe this for the jury if you would.
Again, one's a screen capture from the surveillance camera off of Argyle, the parking lot entrance. The second one is a screen capture image from the loading dock entrance off of El Centro. Specifically looking at the red box that's outlined, there is a kind of the right shoulder area of an individual wearing a jacket that is consistent with the individual off the second image off of Centro.
Okay. And lastly, equals 38. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yes.
And what's that?
Again, one photograph is from the camera off the parking lot entrance off Argyle. The second screen capture is off of one of the cameras off Vista Del Mar. I believe this is right off the turn, headed towards El Centro. And specifically between both photographs, I can see that it's the same individual based on the hat, the clothing, a lot of similarities that would give me my opinion would be the same individual.